Welcome back to this week's edition of the Golden Gloves Chat Show with me, Roarke Knapp. Welcome, Roarke. 12-1-1, Roarke, a fantastic career. We're not going to talk much about your upcoming fight, although I must say you're fighting in December on the All Africa Extravaganza tournament at Empress Palace. That'll be your next show in December, but we're going to still talk a lot about that as the time comes. We're looking at getting involved with Nigerians and Ghanaians for you guys to compete against for December, so that's exciting news. You're obviously already in training for this December, I would imagine.
Yeah, definitely. Slowly getting back into it, slowly getting my body moving and active again, coming off of COVID. I actually got COVID a week after the fight in June. So yeah, just trying to rebound from that, trying to get back into, number one, being healthy, first off, and then just getting myself active and in the gym again so we can get cracking for December.
And as a champion already, a young man of 23, as the IBF Youth World Champion, let's tell the viewers out there that don't know, I had COVID as well. Fortunately, I was a week or two out of action and I was okay, but it affects people differently. So tell us how it affected you as a professional sportsman at 23 years old.
Well, I think you hit the nail on the head there, Uncle Brian, when you said it affects people differently. I've heard of a lot of cases of young athletes, older people, all getting affected differently. With me, it hit me hard for about 4 days. 4 days I was genuinely man down. So obviously went into isolation, stayed away from everybody. Took the necessary precautions that I had to. Carried on eating healthy, maintained my vitamin intake, and just let my body catch up to itself. The problem with having COVID is not necessarily having COVID itself. It's also the post-COVID issues that you face, and people don't talk about that or actually see that. I've been hearing a lot of stories of people having COVID, getting back into training, going full tilt, and then end up suffering COVID-induced strokes and kidney failure and so on and so on. So when I was told that, obviously it made me a little bit skeptical on getting back into the gym immediately, taking the necessary precautions to allow my body to recover. And I'm still recovering to this day. I went to the GP to make sure that my vitals were in check, did blood tests to make sure everything is healthy, obviously just to make sure for peace of mind also. Don't want to make any silly mistakes out here.
Roarke, thank you for covering that with the COVID issue. As I said, I had it as well, and it's a terrible thing out there. But let's get back to you as a person, your career. Well, what's life like in a day of Roarke Knapp? How does your day? Tell the viewers out there a day in the life of Roarke Knapp, because I know you're a very dedicated, disciplined young man.
So it's very simple. A lot of people, I would imagine, and I have been told that, well, what type of life do you live being a professional athlete? It is a very simple life, no different to an ordinary person.
Just stop you 1 second. Maybe the viewers have forgotten as well. You actually started out as a barber, right?
I did, yeah, that's it. My early beginnings were in the boxing was I was a full-time barber and a part-time fighter. So now that I'm a fighter full-time, everything has changed. But I was cutting hair from 8 to 5 on a daily basis, doing my road work in the morning, getting that done. Straight after work, I'd head to the boxing gym, and that was just my graft on a daily basis.
Yeah.
And it was simple. As much as it was a lot busier then, it was just a simple life. Same as today, very simple. If I'm not training, I'm at home. If I'm not at home, I'm with my closest friends at home, staying safe. Especially in a time like this, things are very simple for me.
So how many times a day do you train?
On average, it can range between 2 and 3 times a day. And when saying 3 times a day, it's not a million miles an hour. It's just getting quality work. Going through my phases, sticking to my schedule, making sure I show up to each workout on a roughly basis, 2 to 3 times a day. Strength and conditioning, my boxing, my road work. And that's just how it is for the remainder of like 8 to 10 week camp. It's honestly the same thing every single day.
And of course, your manager, Mark Louise, is doing a good job with you. Let's talk Vusi Matola. Vusi Matola is coming on in leaps and bounds and strength as a young trainer. How do you enjoy Vusi?
I love Vusi. And you talk to all of his other boxers, they'll say the same thing. We love Vusi to death, not just because of the coach that he is, but because of the man he is as well. He's got a lot of patience for his boys. He's a caring trainer as well. So he invests a lot of emotion in his boys also. And for that we work as hard as we can. Obviously we want to work as hard as we can for ourselves, but also for our trainer in return, as a thank you. He's one hell of a trainer. Everybody in boxing knows that. You can talk to anybody in boxing, they'll know who Vusi Matola is. You know, so I'm definitely grateful and blessed to have been, you know, put under his tutelage and to work under him. You know, I feel like I've improved leaps and bounds under Vusi Matola, and the proof is in the pudding. And we will see that with the up and coming guys, with Ricardo being there, with Shavante now being there, Terence, Jono, you know, his whole stable of fights. I think you're going to see some special talent coming under him.
Fantastic. Well, Roarke, it's nice touching base with you again. We're going to chat a lot in the next few upcoming months about the All Africa extravaganza happening in December at Empress Palace. So we can't wait to see you in action again. You're an exciting fighter, you're charismatic, you know how much I enjoy your fights. So from me, Brian Mitchell, thank you for watching the Golden Glove Chat Show. Thank you, Roarke Knapp.